All right. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. So today is part 2 of Let's Talk Facebook, right? Social media, social marketing, all eyes on you, how to be seen by more by doing less and being more clear and having that clarity and that message that you're putting out there. So I want to just review real fast yesterday's training, because we did cut it like super short. We're like, let's get all this in 28 minutes. And so it was really, really fast. But the first thing is having your social media public. If you are using social media to build your business, you must have it on public. If you have it private, you're not ready to use social media to build your business. You're just not ready. And that's fine. No one's here to pressure anybody into changing it. You have your reasons, but if you want to use social media to build your business, it must be set to public. It just must. There's times where I have certain posts that I do private, but almost 99.9% of my stuff is 100% public, okay? Because you want all eyeballs on you. I have people watching my stories that I'm not friends with, but guess what? They come into Messenger or they respond to a poll and I get to talk to them. I get strangers, right? Cold leads coming in because I have things set to public. So it's very, very, very critical for using social media to build your business, having that public. And that goes for all platforms. We're definitely going to really focus on Facebook because that's where I continue to have success. And I have a saying, if it's not broke, don't fix it. If it ain't broke, don't change it. If it ain't broke, don't try something different, right? Right now, I'm still having tons of success in Facebook. So that's where I put most of my energy and time and focus. So first thing is public. Everything goes to public. Second thing we talked about yesterday was the post types. So I'm going to go in order. I'm not going to go into detail on these, but in order of how many eyeballs actually see your stuff. So Facebook has this, I picture it as this 5 mile by 5 mile block. That's just this big computer inside that just like literally because this happened, this happens, and because that happens, right? So it's called this algorithm, whatever. It's this thing. But there are certain post types that get more eyeballs on your stuff. And that's essentially what you want, right? You want people to see what you're doing and respond, engage, and react to it, right? So the first one obviously is live video. If you want to get a ton of eyeballs on you, it is live video. Live video is going to get the most views. And the way I look at this, and I'm all about numbers, is so if you have 600 friends, and many of you have more than that, if you have 600 friends, your friends and yours, there's 3,000 posts happening in a day. You don't see 3,000 posts, right? You just don't. You don't see 5,000. You see like 50, right? Because that's about all you do. So how do you get more eyeballs on the thing that you're doing to share with your network? It's live video. The second post type is a background post. So you know how you can have like the colored background with a short text? That gets more eyeballs. It gets people to stop, okay? So that's the second one. And I'm going to go into detail on this stuff next week. It's going to be kind of a series on this, so don't get crazy on me yet. The third one is video, not live video, but video. So you can have a recorded video or you can have a picture that you added a video feature to it. Like somebody jumping up and down, that's going to grab attention, right? How do you get people to stop, look, and then read and respond? That's our goal, right? That's our goal. The fourth thing is a GIF, using a GIF in your post instead of a picture. A GIF instead of a picture, that will grab people's attention. 3D pictures, they stop me every time. So the fifth thing is 3D pictures. I'm like, oh, what's this? And I want to push it around, right? So you want people to stop. That's the whole goal, is to get people to stop, because that 5 mile by 5 mile, I don't even know if that's it, but it might be 20 mile by 20 mile. I don't know. But what is going on is when people stop, Facebook says, ooh, this person likes this person. Let's make sure more of their stuff is shared in the newsfeed. And that's our ultimate goal, right? ultimate goal. The sixth thing is just a picture of you, a picture of your kids, something that is going to drop them, stop them, and go, whoa, what's going on here? You want them spending some seconds on that picture. The seventh thing is just text, just a copy, right? Meaning just words. That will get people to stop. I know personally, and we'll talk about this next week, text with emojis or text with space get me to stop. Number 5 was 3D picture. Number 8 is links. And obviously links, Facebook doesn't really like them because it sends them somewhere else, right? So there's less eyeballs that get seen on those links than anything else. So for instance, like this, we are doing this event not on Facebook, we are over here on Zoom. So actually I am hurting myself by having a link that sends people outside of Facebook, right? So it gets less eyeballs. That's just how the algorithm's going to work. And then the last one, the 9th thing, is a share. So they love you having original content. And so when you share things, it gets less eyeballs. Doesn't mean it doesn't get any. It just gets less eyeballs, right? So, all right. So those are the 9 post types. That's just a review from yesterday. And then we went into talking real quick before we closed out yesterday of not posting again for 90 minutes, right? So for instance, if you have a profile and you have a fan page, or you have a profile and you have a group page, if you post over here and then go over here and post, you're now competing with yourself in the algorithm. The algorithm just knows, like, you just posted twice. What do we show? Who do we show? Who gets what? Oh, wait, they're both in these things. I don't know. We're just not going to show it anywhere. That's really what happens behind the scenes in that machine. Is it's you're competing with yourself. So I'm the first to say, like, I've done that a lot, and I'm like, whoa, I got to stop doing that. So I'm getting so much better in the last few days to just do, here's where it goes, and then 90 minutes or later, I do it over here. So you just got to be conscious of that and know that that could decrease the amount of eyeballs that see it. Okay, so 90 minutes is kind of like the staple amount of time you need to take between a post and another post. So 90 minutes, no matter where, no matter, not just 90 minutes on the timeline, it's 90 minutes here and 90 minutes over here. It's still your name, so it's linked to your name. Okay. All right. Dual Lives are back. Who's excited about that? Facebook was sick of all of us going over to StreamYard. And so they have it back. Now, there is still some glitches. I've been watching some people's Dual Lives. I like the format. I like how it's, you know, stacked. You have even amount of real estate stacked. You don't have a big real estate person and then this little tiny real estate. You can't even tell who the person is. It's evenly real estated out and the screen. But the audio is a little bit off. So one way to fix that is have people already connected to a headphone before the live happens. So both individuals would have earbuds in, or they'd have the Bluetooth earbuds in. So you have that in before the live happens. That's going to create clear audio for everybody. So that is a must. Hopefully that changes and it doesn't have to be, but that is definitely a must for Dual Lives. But the cool thing is, you know how you used to have to, you know, if you wanted to have equal space, you had to be vertical or horizontal. So you had like boom here. You literally can do your live video vertical and it's going to give you the same amount of real estate space for your picture for both people like this. So you don't have to worry about which way do I have it. It was very confusing, right? And then once you did it, you're like, I don't want it that way. Well, then you were sideways. Well, that doesn't happen anymore. So that is a great thing. And yeah, some phones, Emily, they're not updated yet, right? So we all have different versions of the iPhone. We all have different versions of the Android system. And so it just really depends on where yours is to what Facebook has released to you. So for instance, there's things that I don't have yet, but I have all the updates. I have everything. I don't have certain aspects of some of the new features yet. So it's just rolling out, and it's rolling out slowly for people. So it may come. It may come. And there's going to be glitches, right? Every time there's something new, there's always some glitches we got to work through. So dual lives are back. And that, again, that's all eyeballs on you, right? It's live video. So that's a really, really good thing. I have a training on doing dual lives that I'll do, but biggest thing is guys, go in and have good lighting and have a plan. Know already what you're going to do. So it's very professional in a sense. It's still kind of winging it, but it's not like, oh my God, I'm leaving. Like, these chicks don't know what they're doing, right? You want people to stick around. You want to grab their attention and keep them watching it the whole time. Are you using the new Facebook Long desktop on? Oh, the new Facebook on desktop. I'm not sure what you're asking. Vanita, you can unmute and ask that if you want to.
So on desktop, there up at the top where the little triangle is on the right hand side, whenever you drop it down, there's the option to use the new desktop,
yeah,
or the new Facebook. And so are you using the new Facebook to utilize all of these features yet?
Yes. Every time there's would you like to use the new feature or the new version, I always say yes. I don't know if that's going to screw me over or help me, because sometimes it's not a great thing, right? But every single time that's there, I always say yes.
So what are the pluses and the minuses? I used it. I wasn't a fan, so I switched back. But I find that now the old is glitchy.
The old is going to be glitch. I mean, that's the pro of doing it, is they're going to slowly not update that one anymore. And the only thing that's going to get the updates is the new version. So change is good, but it's not always good in the beginning. I would just recommend to always try to get used to the new versions for sure. Okay, dual lives are back. Adding enhancements. If you want more eyeballs on your post, on your videos, on anything you're doing on social media, I want you to focus on also taking a little bit more time before you hit that post or hit that go live and do the enhancements. What does that mean? So when you're on Facebook and you're on like what's on my mind, right? You're here. Down here is this feelings and activity. Feelings and activity, when you use that feature with Facebook, it actually says, oh, let's share it with more people, because you've used more features within one of your actions. So using a feeling like feeling crazy, or if you want to get people to come to an event, right? Feeling crazy, attending, and I can do here, Facebook. So this event we're in right now, I can actually tag the event by searching it. I can tag it so it says Natasha Robertson was attending Let's Talk Facebook Social Media Hacks, right? So you want to use those features, those enhancements on your posts, on your live videos, because Facebook says, let's show she's using more or he's using more of our stuff. Let's get more eyeballs on their stuff. So it's kind of like a reward for using it. Okay, so definitely take a little bit more time, 30 seconds, add those things in before you post, before you go live. And if you are talking about a certain event, then attending that event, because people will click on that and then they're automatically directed over to the event. So you're keeping them moving around in Facebook, and that's going to get more eyeballs on you and on your stuff. Okay, that makes sense. Discard post. All right, we're done with that. Okay, before I go into what people were talking about in the beginning, those fun new messenger rooms, it's super fun. I want to talk about strategy. So I would love to know, you know, do you ever feel stale? Like, ever feel like you don't have anything creative? You're just kind of like, my stuff is just blah. I don't have anything crazy awesome to say. I don't have a ton of value to give today. Yeah, right? We all have been there. I get like that all the time. But when that happens, yes, posting selfies gets really old. It truly does. Like, I'm telling you what, I'm like, people don't want to see another picture of my face. So that's where you can use the fourth post type, using a GIF instead of your picture, right? You can use a GIF. It's pretty awesome. You can use a video that grabs their attention. You can use a background post instead of a picture, right? Those are some of the top post types that you can use to get away from the selfie. Because yeah, I'm like, I don't like to look at my newsfeed and do an audit of myself and go, holy crap, I'm pretty all about me. No, I want to be all about everybody else. So yes, a GIF. Use a GIF instead of a picture. Yes. Okay, so if you're feeling stale, the first thing I do is I just get off of Facebook. I get off of social media because I am numbing my mind. I'm not getting creative at all by scrolling or swiping. It's actually numbing me, and I'm getting less creative. So I jump off of Facebook. And if I'm still kind of stale, I'm feeling like I don't really have a whole lot of content, I then know immediately, and I want you to do your own personal gut check on this too, that I'm not learning enough. Because if I am not learning, I am not creative. And so where are you at in your self-development? Are you reading every day? Are you listening to things? Are you on a podcast? Or is it stale? Like, do you need to change things up? So those are the two things I do when I feel stale or just not value-driven things, because I'm a person that likes to have organic content. I don't like to copy and paste. It's never been my style, and it does work for a lot of people, so I'm not saying it's wrong, but it's just not my style. I like to have my own voice, or I just nothing, and nothing's not good. So how do you find content and spark it? Podcasts help spark things. As I'm driving down the road, I'll use my voice messenger and note, and I'll be like, oh my God, this is a great idea. So always be ready to write down ideas that will create the content. But the first thing I'll do, if I'm on Facebook and I'm like, oh, I got to do a post, next thing you do, I'm like scrolling and like looking at stuff. I just became dumb. Creation left my brain, and I'm just dumb because I'm just scrolling and looking at people's stuff. And I'm letting other people's words come into my brain, which isn't the words I would use. So I got to get off Facebook, and I got to go to my notes, and I got to go, okay, or I have to have something like spark me and excite me. And that's how I then go in and make a post. I am not, I see results. So I get results every day with new leads. So some people say you got to post in the morning or this or that. I believe you post when you just need to post. You just need to bring value. You need to get eyeballs on you, and people will react and respond, whether they see it at the time you post it or at 9 o'clock at night, right? Okay, so we've done that. We've talked about post enhancements, adding those feelings and those activities. That's important because Facebook gives you a little reward and pushes you out to more of your friends, okay? We want that nudge. We want that free nudge, per se. Strategy. Before I post, before I do I haven't posted yet today. It's 12:19. I have had no amazing content, no crazy awesome idea pop in my head yet. I don't have a time frame. I just know every day I got to post. And when I have a good idea, or I'm like, okay, I want to go back to my ideas, I need to post, then I'll make that post. But I am not one that says you have to post at 1 o'clock every single day. I don't see a pro or a con to that. I just don't. And I've never seen it the whole time I've had success on Facebook. So the strategy I have is before I'm ready to post, I know what I'm going to post, and I'll go over and I'll draft it. When I got that idea, I'm drafting it already. So if I go to my Facebook right now, I have started a draft of what I'm going to post for the day, but my whole idea isn't all there yet, okay? So before I post, before I hit that post, I'm going to go re-engage on some old posts that I have from the week. I'm going to re-engage with people who have already engaged with me. I'm going to re-engage maybe with some people from last week on a post that got a lot of responses, right? I'm going to go re-engage. That's the first thing. The second thing is I'm going to respond. I'm going to respond, which just means I'm going to go over, I always have every week, I have a list of 10 people that I want all their eyeballs on me. Like, it's kind of like your hot list in a sense. Like, I want to work with these 10 people. Like, they're my hot list for the week. So I go respond, meaning I go over to their Facebook and I comment on one or two things. I'm not like crazy stalker commenting on 20 things, right? Because that all goes in their notifications and you look a little weird. Don't be weird. Just do one or two things, right? Have you ever had that person that you go over notification and it's like, Susie. I'm like, I'm about to block you. You're crazy, Susie. Don't be Susie, right? I don't know if there's a Susie on here. I'm not talking about you. I just said a random name. Okay, so I go respond to those 10 people, or maybe you have 5, or maybe you have 20. I don't know what your number is, but I go respond to those people. Laugh out loud, me, Susan. Yes. Oh gosh, yeah. The third thing I do is I finally make my post. So I've already re-engaged and responded to probably 50 people. What just happened there is when I posted, Facebook sends it immediately to those 50 people, because that's the last 50 people that I have had communication with, that I have been social with, right? Social media. So you want to re-engage, respond, then post. And then the fourth thing is your reach out and follow up, which doesn't have to happen immediately, but I post it and then I move on, go do something else. And then I'll go back to my post within that hour, within that half hour. And I am reaching out, engaging, commenting below the people. And so you can keep your one post for the day going for an entire 24 hours, sometimes 72 hours if it's a really good post. Like my Tuesday post is still going, you guys. It's still going from Tuesday because I'm going back in every day and I'm responding to people who have made comments, people who have shared it. I've sent them messages saying, thanks for sharing my post, super awesome. For people who have reacted to it, I just then know, oh, I want to start talking to them because they're watching what I'm doing and they're finally clicking something, right? So you can have a post go for a long time. And I recommend you don't just post and leave, like post and ghost. You want to post and be social. And when you do that, that's how you get more eyeballs on you organically without having to go be salesy and spammy and messaging random people, okay? And then the fifth and final thing is I renew, meaning I get off of Facebook. I shut it down. A lot of times, being in quarantine sometimes, I realize I'm like, oh my God, my Facebook screen time is at 3 hours. This is stupid. This is dumb. And so I have gotten into the habit of literally deleting my app every day for 4 hours. So when I'm done doing my re-engage, my respond, my posting, and my following up for, a good time period after a post, I will then go in and I completely delete my Facebook app because I need to renew myself. I don't want to live on Facebook. I don't want to be that person. And I continue to have daily hundreds of leads per week that come in that are new leads because of the consistency, the content, the value, the vulnerability, and just being consistent in stories too. So the leads will come in. You don't have to sit on Facebook and lose your life, right? Grab back your life, renew your mind, renew your excitement. And then guess what? When you get completely off Facebook and go live life, you got some pretty cool things to share on Facebook then. I still take pictures while I'm out and about with the boys, or we're outside, or we're doing things. I still use my phone, but Facebook app is gone for 4 hours a day. That's just something that I have to do. And if you struggle and you realize you're spending too much time on there, seriously, delete the app, bring it back on when it's time to go back in, re-engage, respond, and follow up. Okay. Any questions on that strategy? There's 5 parts to that strategy. I do that every single day. Every single day. I'm starting to create lots of posts and save them. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. 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 I have like an encyclopedia of posts in my notes section. It truly is a great thing. Yes. I remove it. This morning I removed it because I needed to focus on something I was doing and I needed to remove my Facebook app. I just needed it to be gone. All right. All right. Okay. So last thing I'm going to talk about is messenger rooms. This is, how many of you guys have seen this new feature? You played around with it. I see a couple people on that actually were on some of my test runs with it the last night and twice today. But, how many of you guys have seen that new feature? It's called messenger rooms, or you see this purple video camera and you're like, what the heck is that? I'm scared to touch it. I'm scared. No, Sarah, Facebook stories and your timeline are 2 separate algorithms, so that does not hurt it to be posting in stories within that 90 minutes. So stories is on its own. Yes, you're scared. Okay. Oh, goodness. No, it does not stop people from engaging on your post. It continues. You have a Facebook account. It just means that you aren't active in it right now. So it's as if somebody is inactive, right? When they see if somebody's available or not available, that's all it means. Okay. Awesome. 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 Okay. So messenger rooms. These are pretty fun. I'm going to give you the pros and cons to it right up front. Pro, it's free. Pro, no time limit. Pro, you can schedule things in advance. Pro, you can invite certain people or you can invite everybody. A pro, you can lock rooms after you start them so no randoms can come in. A pro, you don't have to be a Facebook user to be able to be in a messenger room. You can send somebody who's not on Facebook the link and they'll be able to join your messenger room. So that's a pro. You can have up to 50 people in a messenger room at any given time. It's absolutely free. I think I already said that. And the only con that I have right now with it is you as the meeting host do not have the capabilities to mute people. You got to set the rules right from the get-go in your post. Before you join, and know that as soon as you join, you're going to click on the screen, you're going to hit your microphone and it's going to mute you. If you don't mute, I'm going to remove you, right? You just got to have some rules. Otherwise you won't, right, Mary Jo? She couldn't get muted because she was driving. I'm like, oh, she's too distracting. Mute. I just removed her, right? I couldn't mute her, so I had to remove her from the group, from the room. So you just kind of have those guidelines in place before you do one, if you're going to use it for a team training or things like that, okay? So yes, there is not a chat feature. And I don't look at that as a con really, because I think if you, organize your meeting as you're going to maybe talk about something and then you're going to say, does anyone have any questions? And then you open it up so people can unmute. I think there's more interaction. There's more people stepping into that uncomfortable zone of using their voice versus message like texting. So I think it's kind of a pro that there's not a chat, because you can get really direct and you don't have squirreling happening, but then you can open it up so people can unmute and they can go and chat, right? The other pro I like about it is you can have, you have 3D backgrounds you can choose. So for instance, if your background is a hot mess and you're like, this is horrible, but I gotta talk. Well, you can actually have your face and a background at the mountains and the desert, at the ocean. You can have some really crazy wonky background wallpaper, but it literally cleans it all out, and it's 3D. So even if you moved your phone, it's still a background. You don't have to have a green screen. It's an automatic green screen. So that is a pro, which is super cool. And then, yeah, so really the only con that I have is you can't mute people. They have to mute themselves. And that, I think, is actually going to be a feature added, because I think people just won't want to use it if they can't hear anything and it's just chaos. So I think that feature will be added. And the other con is that, and I don't think it's even a con, but it only goes up to 50 people. So you would utilize this more for some things like I'm going to share in just a second. So last night I was learning this till 12:30, trying to understand it. I tested it last night, had some fun with some girlfriends. We were, there's games that you can play on it. There's a lot of cool things, but using this for business, I was like, oh my gosh, when we know that three-way calls really, really are the solid way to get somebody to feel like they belong, that people care, right? Because it's voices, it's three people talking, and that trust factor just elevates to a high level. What about doing a three-way chat using Messenger Room? Pretty cool, right? Like I can say, Joanne, hey, yeah, I want to do that three-way chat with you. Can you create a message room? Send me the link and I'll be on it and schedule it for 3 o'clock. Again, it's scheduled, right? It doesn't have to happen right then. It's scheduled. So we all can join at 3 o'clock and we can have a chat, and it's just us three that are in there, and it's video. So not only can people hear my voice as I'm giving them validation, but they can see me. I'm real. I'm a human. So it just takes it to that next level of socialization. I think it's pretty cool about that. Doing a coaching call instead of doing it on the phone. If you're in your office, why not just do a coaching call with, your team member or whoever, video? It elevates that social level, that know, like, and trust. And then you can see their reactions, their responses, and it allows them to get comfortable being uncomfortable, right? So I like this little nudge into this uncomfortable zone using video, and getting people using it more. I think it's super cool. They have awesome backgrounds. I'm trying to look here. Oh, so I also have some other things here. So, month end. How many times where you're like, gosh, if we could just have a space where I could be on the phone for 3 hours during the day and people can come in and ask questions instead of like constantly messaging and then I forget people and all these things. Well, I know I'll be implementing this as month end as a leader, saying from this time to this time, I'm going to be on. If you have last minute questions, you're trying to get an order in, you're trying to help this person, this, that, and the other, I will be in this messenger room. Here you go. Click the link, come in, ask your question, leave, and it's just they can come and go, right? They can come and go during that time frame. If you have a big team and you have multiple leaders, it could be like from 10 to 11, Tiffany's going to be on. You could ask Tiffany any questions if you need help. From 11 to 12, Natasha's going to be on. From 12 to 1, you got Deb on. You could schedule it out with your leaders so that message room always is open that entire day of month end, and everybody can get help. If they need language to send to people, I need one more customer to reach my goal. What ideas do you have? Yes, number one, we want them to go through their lineage of leadership, but wouldn't it be cool to have right there in there, like just personal help right then? Like pretty cool, right? So I'll be doing that with our team. You can schedule blitzes together. Like, okay, at noon jump in at noon. We're going to blitz people for 10 minutes. I'm going to be here to help you respond to their responses, what to say when they respond back, what to say when they ask this question. I'm going to be here to be able to answer those questions. So you could do that. You could have weekly small group training. People could earn a seat. 10 people earn it per week, or 15 people can earn it by doing income producing activities, or new customer orders come in, right? You can have these challenges happening and they can get personal small group coaching. Earn it. They can earn it. You can do weekly or daily power 15s, right? Where you go, all right, come on, 15 minutes, we're gonna reach out to all our C's. Let's go, right? Or you can say for 15 minutes, we're gonna do our gratitude journaling. And those that aren't comfortable, join me. I'm gonna teach you how to do gratitude journaling, right? You can do all kinds of stuff with this, but you're on video, which is super cool with a meeting. For people who have new people coming in all the time, every week, why not have a scheduled weekly welcome messenger room on, say, Sunday nights or Mondays or whatever day, where you as a leader will be like, anyone who's brand new this week, join me for this messenger room. I want to get to know you. I want to hear your story, and I want to help you succeed along with your leaders. They can come in and meet you versus going, I don't know who Susan is. I see she posts a lot and looks like she's super successful, but I'm kind of scared to talk to her. They can meet you in a welcome messenger room, which would be super cool, right? Looking out here. Yeah, super awesome. I'm excited. That's all the notes I have. There's so many more ideas that are coming, but the other cool thing with messenger rooms, you can do it on your desktop app. You can do it on Instagram. You can do it on WhatsApp. You can do it on Messenger. You can do it on your phone. So you're not just limited to only your phone. You can do it anywhere. Facebook portal, you can do it on the Facebook portal, which is a new device that you can use for that. So it's pretty cool. I'm going to look at some of these comments here because I really wasn't watching any of them. About the dual lives, I have an Android, I don't know, and mine doesn't show the options. So I have an iPhone, the newest version. I can only answer questions on that. I'm sorry. I know it rolls out differently per all that stuff, but I don't have that technical answer, sorry. If you use an event and post in there, does that affect the algorithm? So it does, because it's part of Facebook. So Facebook's all algorithm is happening there. So it does affect there. It does. Yes, it rolls out features in batches. Like someone with an Android could use a screen share on messenger rooms this morning from their phone. I didn't have that option, but I have the option if I'm using desktop Facebook, right? So I could share my screen just like Zoom if I'm on my computer. But I didn't have it on my phone, but Courtney had it on her phone. So everyone's kind of rolls out at a different time, guys. And that's what's kind of frustrating, but also exciting, because you're like FOMO happening. There's not a chat feature. No, one con for me is that you can't record. So Sherry, you know what? I thought about that at first. I was like, gosh, that kind of sucks that you can't record. But there's always a hack, right? I'm always about finding a way. And so if you're on your phone, I don't know about Androids. I only know about this guy right here in front. This is what I know. You can do a little corner swipe, right? Uh-oh, hold on. Corner swipe. This pops up, right? And there's this thing right here, this little circle thing. If you hold your finger down on it, this pops up. Microphone on or off, right? It's off there, it's on there, and you go start recording. Immediately, I gotta log into my phone. Immediately, I am recording my screen and it's hearing me. I know Mary Jo's looking at me like, what the heck? But so if I wanted to do, it's still recording. Okay. So if I wanted to do and show you something and teach you something, it's recording. Here we go. I can go, okay, here is how we do this. We hit create on a messenger room. We go through here. You're actually recording your screen and hearing my voice at that same time. So you can record your messenger rooms from your phone if you wanted to. You could. You could. It's not a feature in Facebook, but it's a feature on your phone. It's also a feature that you can, if your computer does a screen record, that's a way to do it too. So there is a way. Can you also video three-way chat in a regular three-way message? Yes, you can, but you can't schedule those, really. So this is a way to schedule them. And what if that person doesn't have Facebook or Facebook Messenger? They can just click on the Messenger Room link and be able to be part of that. So it really works well. Office hours, absolutely. Yes, good hack. Absolutely. I like to give you guys hacks. All right, very cool. Yes, screen record. Like when I'm struggling, like when somebody's like, I don't know how to do this. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't explain it. Go to YouTube. And then if they can't find it on YouTube, sometimes it's just easier to go, okay, let me just screen record this real quick. So if you guys have customers, right? You have customers who order and they're like, and wouldn't it be cool to have a 1-minute screen record video with your voice saying, okay, you go to this website. Now you click here, log in. Hit login. Now you're going to go to place order and you're going to go here. You're going to hit this 4-week package. You're going to do it on auto ship. So you get 35% off. Plus you get an extra box of shakes for free. Now you're going to go here. You're going to hit checkout. You're going to make sure your order's there. You're going to say yes to auto ship because you want that discount. But remember, you get to control whether you pause it, cancel it, or edit it at any time. It's not a commitment. Now continue to check out. Now make sure it's your shipping address. Make sure your billing address is the same as your credit card, and let's get that order checked out. I have that video screen recorded with my voice, and then I uploaded it to YouTube. So anytime I have a new customer ordering that's ordering that package, I can just send them that link and it immediately walks them through a 90-second video on how to place their order with 0 questions at all. But you can do that with all the screen record. That wasn't even on my list to talk about today, people. You got lucky. You got lucky. Show how you opened, again, missed the first part. Open the screen record. So on an iPhone, this version anyways, you go from the corner and swipe down. This opens up. If you guys sometimes, it took me a week to find this on my new phone. I was like, where is this stuff at? But you swipe from the corner. It's down here on the bottom. It's this little like recording. If you don't have that there, you got to go to your settings and activate it. But you just push down and hold. Now you can hit microphone on and then start recording. And it will save it to my photos. So it's recording right now. And then when you're on your phone or wherever you want to be, you'll see that this is all red and it's recording. Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to open it up for questions. I've covered all the things I had and more. Any questions or excitement? Some of the leaders are probably thinking, gosh, this is how I can use messenger rooms that I haven't even thought about. I'd love to hear from you. Any unmute questions or comments?
I have a question really quick.
Yeah.
So I have a promoter getting ready to start tomorrow, and I have her set up in a VIP chat, getting ready to set that up today. Is there anything else that you do or suggest? I don't want to put her into any pages or anything. Would you just stick with the group chat and that's it? Or would you try to do this message room thing and like do a one-on-one?
Why not do a messenger room? Have some fun with it. I would.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. You know, when somebody brand new is coming in, we stay solely focused on, you know, how to get your products for free. So how to get your customers, how to get that refer to, get yours free, and then VIP 800. That is truly the only things I focus on anytime someone new is coming in. I focus on what is the first carrot we're running after? What's the second carrot? We can talk vision, but we got 14 days, and those 14 days go pretty dang fast. So I stay pretty focused on tightening that up and just talking about those things. Should we use hashtags on Facebook posts yet? I heard they're good now. I mean, I've always used them. I just haven't used the excessive amount like I do on Instagram. I just use like 3 or 4, and that allows, you know, it kind of adds to your post, but it doesn't hurt your post. It doesn't hurt it. Before it did nothing. It never hurt it, but it did nothing. And now they're starting to be searchable. Messenger Room because you can add third party for third party validation. Yes, you absolutely can. So you can send that link. So say you have a messenger chat set up with this new promoter or this new customer, then you can send it to your friend like Chastity and say, hey, Chas, I'd love for you to hop into this messenger room in 10 minutes and share your story with my friend who's about to start their experience. Not only do they hear her voice, but they get to see her face and that she's real and that she's might be a hot mess that day because she's outside with the grand giggles, you know, like it's real. It really brings real life into the conversation and into the relationship. I love it. Any other questions y'all got? We covered a lot. Like, I feel like I was a fire hose and I need to refill my water tank. All right, no questions. What I highly, 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 highly encourage you to do is not just just take in what we talked about today, but go play around with messenger rooms. Go do the 5 strategies of re-engage, respond, then do your post, then do your follow-up and conversations, and then renew yourself. Do the strategy, the 5-step strategy with that. Remember what posts get seen more. Focus on trying to get more eyeballs on you, right? All eyes on me. All eyes on me, but all eyeballs on you. Like, I want your people seeing you, not me. And then, you know, like for instance, I'll just add this. Tuesday, I shared my before and afters from the beginning of my journey to that day. And I had a lot of people share it, but it would have been a little bit more eyeballs on you. I got more eyeballs on me because y'all shared my post. I don't know if you did or not, but whoever shared it, it was eyeballs on me because they would go back to my post and it was back to my page and it helped my algorithm. What I highly suggest, instead of hitting that share button, don't tweak anything or anything like that, but you can copy and paste and make it your own post and go, check out my friend Natasha's results. This is insane. This is her post, and then and then the post is below. You wouldn't even have to do that part. You could just say, you got to see my friend Natasha's results and just post the picture and then do like a video aspect to it. It's like, whoa, that's going to grab people's attention and less eyeballs on me and more eyeballs on you. So, all right. I am heading off of here. We're heading to the lake for a great weekend. So excited to go do that. And next week, we're going to dive into those post types and how to really, really get more eyeballs on each post type and how to do those things. Hi, Jax. Can you say hi to everybody? They can see you. Hi. So they are ready. He is extremely ready to get going. So we're out of here. Have an awesome weekend. We'll talk to you guys all on Monday.